there is, I guess, an annual poll amongst scouts in the NBA to name who's the top 20 players in the NBA. Is that what it is, Chris? Or the top player in the NBA?
Yeah, kind of like the top player.
Who's the best player in the NBA?
Best player in the NBA. Yeah.
And what was the poll results? And who conducts this poll? And who disseminates this poll?
So
Does this happen every year?
So it's a panel of 10 NBA scouts.
Okay. Nameless? We don't know who they are?
Nameless. We don't know.
Who puts them together?
ESPN puts it together.
Okay.
And they vote on the best player in the league. Best player in the league heading into this season, according to them, is Giannis.
And then Joker?
And Kevin Durant.
Durant?
Oh, yeah. LeBron James failed to get a single vote.
Out of 10 people?
Out of 10, yeah.
So who else got votes? Do we know?
We don't know. But LeBron,
So the only thing we know is that it went Giannis
and Kevin Durant,
and
I think tied. I don't know if it was 5-5 or 4-4 or what. But
so then it's just two people. So, okay. So LeBron James tweeted out.
So he responded to someone
talking about
it with hashtag all caps super washed and the trash can emoji. Then a follow-up an hour later, all caps.
Yeah.
Thank you. As if I need more gas pump emoji, meaning fuel, more to fuel me. Hashtag washed
king. Okay.
Come on, dude. This is why people get on him. Like, he makes it so difficult. Why did he need to do any of this?
Well,
no one thinks he's washed. It's year 18. Like, you're the first or second greatest player of all time in pretty much everyone's eyes. No one thinks you're washed, so they don't think you're the best heading into this season. So what?
Yeah.
So what?
I know, but
you're now the first active billionaire in NBA history. Celebrate that.
Or use everything as the fire.
But you're
to
just
keep
getting,
it going to year 19
you're just getting
and 20.
laughed at. Like people are just laughing at you. Because this is ridiculous. This whole washed king thing. It's ridiculous.
He's done it for 2 years now. But it's been, it's a go-to for GOATs. You know that. This is a go-to for GOATs. Your own guy who brought you 6 championships used that. Your own guy, Brady.
What? When?
Dude,
everything Tom Brady does is a chip on his shoulder.
Going off to Super Bowls and speaking to all the Sullys and Fitzes who get together to send them to Logan Airport to fly aircraft to whatever Super Bowl city that they're going to again. Him saying, when people don't believe in us, we'll show them. And there's nobody out there in their right mind that would not believe in the Patriots and Tom Brady heading off to another Super Bowl after all this time.
Except all the morning shows were saying that Tom was ready to fall off a cliff and that it was over.
It's apples and oranges in terms of what's brought it on, because 10 people got together and do not consider him the best player in the NBA. And maybe you should take a page out of Brady's book after, but Brady, in terms of knowing, like, when the top 100 of NFL Network's countdown is done, the 100 best players in the league is voted by whoever they got to sign.
They're in the final 40.
Whoever they got to fill out the paperwork, and that. So when we finally get to the top 5, I don't think Brady's going to be in the top 5.
You don't?
I don't. I don't think he's going to be in the top 5. Top 5 players in the NFL. Like Mahomes will be there.
No.
Aaron Donald will be there. I mean,
it's after they won the Super Bowl. That's when they did all this.
I get it. I understand. But like top 5 players in the NFL, like you want to start your franchise with these people.
That's not the point of the list, though. That's not the point of the list.
I get it, but I don't. Who the hell knows what the point of the list is? But it's entirely possible Tom Brady is not in the top 5 players in the NFL as voted by players in the NFL. Not there. And he might come back with, hashtag washed GOAT, washed
He's
Brady,
definitely not
whatever, washed 12. I don't know. He might take notice of it and say something because he's using that as fire, and he's done it. I forget which. That's the point of this. I forget which Super Bowl it was. It could have been the one before they went off to play the Eagles or the one before they played the Rams. Whichever one.
Everybody thinks we suck?
Yes.
It was the Rams one, and they did suck that year. They were terrible.
Nobody thought when they were going to
in
take
October,
on Jared Goff.
Nobody thought they were going to the Super Bowl October.
That's correct. But at that
and that's
point,
what he was talking about.
Dude, nobody thought as they were flying up, not a soul on planet Earth was saying he's not, we don't believe in him. We don't believe in the Patriots. They're washed or anything. Nobody, not a soul thought that, and they used it as a fire to light up the candle to head off to go play the Rams. And so I will say this, though. Brady in LeBron's shop, okay, in his barber shop, on his set, was talking about the disrespect he felt from another nameless team calling the quarterback that nameless team decided to stick with an MFer, leading us all on some sort of wild media goose chase right now to try and identify who's the MFer. And he's got 7 in the case and is the undisputed greatest football player of all time, as setting the standard as high as it's ever going to be set for anybody forevermore, for my lifetime, my children's lifetime, my grandchildren's lifetime, and what it's set forevermore. And he's still sitting there grinding some form of an axe, which is similar to this, although it's a different. It's the same church. It's a different pew.
But when the top 100 list comes out and Brady's not number 1, no one thinks he's going to be number 1. Even Tom Brady doesn't think he's going to be number 1.
But I said, what about he's not top 5? You're like, really?
He might be 5.
So what's it?
And then that's the point with LeBron.
Well, this one is
what's the point?
Here's the issue with LeBron, too, on this front. There's a difference between an NFL 100 by the peers, and people are wondering which peers are they. I demand to know the names of the peers. And also, when I decided after 20 years to go on my free agency tour, I should have had red carpets rolled out and everybody should have reconfigured their plans and rosters in the same way that the Buccaneers did and that the Chargers were all set to do.
And he proved them right, though.
He did prove them right. But after proving them right, he still went on television and talked about which team, unnamed, stuck with an unnamed MFer. He doesn't have to do that. He doesn't have to do that. But even that doesn't rise to the comparison of 10 unnamed scouts on ESPN.
What does LeBron care about 10 scouts?
I know. Well, he's just, again, using it as whatever works, man.
That just makes him look silly.
Whatever works. Whatever works.
I mean,
it made me look silly to you and everyone
better
else.
Work. Paul Pierce said if he doesn't win a title this year, it affects his legacy.
What?
Have you seen these Paul Pierce quotes?
What is he? Is he still, eating the gummies on Shabbat? Like, what is he? Like, what's he talking about?
It's possible.
Stop it. That's absurd.
I know.
That's absurd.
That's
way more absurd than what absurdity you're trying to, paint here.
They're both equally as absurd.
No, they're not at all.
Yes, they are.
This is a goat who's actually using his Twitter feed to get himself fired up. He's pissed off.
10 scouts.
Great. So, and you think, and people are laughing at you while he opens up probably another bottle of Screaming Eagle on Taco Tuesday and counting his receipts to make him his $1 billion, which is why you're saying don't waste your time with this stuff.
Yeah, exactly.
I get it. I understand.
Let's not forget Michael Jordan ruined LeBradford Smith's life.
Over something that might not have been real.
No, something that was not real. Yeah. It wasn't real. So, I mean,
whatever works.
I'm not that great as great as these guys. That's a different mentality. Brady, Jordan, LeBron, that's a different mindset. So whatever it takes to keep you at the height of your powers, then that's what you're going to do. And if for LeBron, it's for him to take slights and use them to fuel himself, then that's what he does. We're from a different viewpoint. You don't like the stuff LeBron does. I am just kind of like, whatever makes you go out there and do what you need to do.
It's just whatever you need to do to motivate yourself to get to the level that you feel you need to get to, as long as you're not, destroying somebody else or you're actually ruining society. I'm kind of all for it. Hey, you watched all the way to the end. Thanks for that. Watch more right here.